I've spent a lot of time browsing through Reddit and other forums about Horizon Forbidden West. And it's very obvious most people don't even know how the game is supposed to be played. In this video, I'm going to explain how the devs wanted you to play and ultimately how to be a Giga Chad. Every day I see some whiny baby crying about how they can't get up because they are chain hit. Bro, that's like the whole point of the game. Imagine crying about a 10-hit combo in a game like Injustice. It's the same thing. But Injustice Chads don't cry on forums. They go out, they learn how to combo their opponent. So that's what I'm going to teach you. And before you say anything, the answer isn't filling up your weapon wheel constantly switching about in the UI like some kind of ADHD Inspector gadget. Instead, you only need to equip one weapon, and that is the Shredder Gauntlet. The Shredder Gauntlet will Uno reverse the stun lock on your enemies like a Chad. Like, watch this Apex Tide Ripper on very hard. Oh, it's getting up. Wonder what attack it will use. And stunned again. Rinse and repeat until the Tide Rippers are the ones flooding Reddit. Horizon Forbidden West is a major disappointment. Unplayable bugs on the Shredder Gauntlet's too OP. You literally can't even play the game. 2 out of 10. And while the Tide Rippers mauled out on Reddit, you need to hone your skills. The Shredder Gauntlet is a melee weapon. Waiting 6 seconds for the Shredder to fly back to you while the enemy is untouched is the most virgin crazy nonsense you can do. Also, before I forget, make sure your game is set to very hard. This is really easy to remember because every time you use the Shredder Gauntlet, that's what you'll be. And the Gauntlet is versatile. It can handle ladders, oars, raccoons, birds on the ground, birds in the air, subscribe buttons, logs, and even people. Literally everything you need. See these two guys? Not only can the Shredder Gauntlet create a Baby Rager out of any Tide Ripper, it can also double the rage production by constantly switching targets. Alright. The Shredder Gauntlet's great, and exclusively using it will help you be more of a Chad. But that's hardly the end of it. I'm constantly bombarded with literal 0 IQ takes about how players are struggling to organize the Hunter Kit. Your Hunter Kit should be empty. They literally put in a function to remove every item in the Hunter Kit. Brain dead comments about there being too many items makes no sense to Chad players. The Hunter Kit is exclusively for 6-year-olds who buy the game and don't know how to put it into story mode. And yes, everything. You better not be mounting up to get somewhere in the game. Chads slide everywhere. I don't care if your objective is across the map. You better go slide on over to it. Yeah, it's gonna hurt your thumb. But you better believe if you don't have a deep purple bruised thumb after every gaming session, you are not a Chad. Alright, as far as being a Chad, those are the big ones. Now, let's do some quickies, okay? Alright, first one. Always use the fireplace next to the base. That way you don't have to do some lame virgin run just to save a stupid fast travel pack. Next, skip all the dialogue and cutscenes. If the devs wanted you to see something, it would be unskippable. This right here is the only scene that matters in the entire story.
Much of this was flooded. We had to pump a great deal of water out.
In addition to that, Chads will always find cool ways to progress the game. For example, always skip the water maze. It's like super easy.
Okay, so much for the flooded maze. I made it.
Always skip these stupid swirly shoot 'em up things. Chads don't have time to wait for some spinning glowing lights. And then most importantly, always skip caring about if you're on a real path or not. If you want to slide around through the air, do it. Alright, now you should know how to be a Chad. Use a melee Shredder Gauntlet, no mount, be cool while playing. GG's.